Shut up! Loki's helping. Okay, I feel a push either from Loki or the universe or someone. A lot of gay stuff's coming up lately. So yeah, I'm gay, obviously. And I usually don't talk about it because it's not pertinent for me to being a Lokean. Yeah, I'm gay, but it's no more pertinent than being straight would be. Anyhow, we get our coffee and we go around, we look at big news, and 1 million moms got their panty in a twist over a Burger King ad because they say, damn. I'm like, where were you like decades ago when I walked into a Hallmark and heard a bad word on the radio for the first time? In a Hallmark. It really just startled me because it was a song, Damn, I Wish I Were Your Lover. And I just kind of looked up at the ceiling like I couldn't believe I heard that word in a Hallmark. Like, what? And then I found out it was an actual song, and I didn't know how to feel because we never had bad words on mainstream radio before. We just didn't. You did not have bad words. And then you get used to it. I wish 1 million moms would come on YouTube because I really don't need to hear about some dude's man meat before I finish my coffee. I really don't need to hear about wrinkly balls before I've had my breakfast, but there they are. So, yeah. Come back to YouTube, 1 million moms. I don't need to hear about manscaping before I've had my coffee. Am I asking them to remove the ads? No, I just don't need to see that shit, so I hit skip like an adult. You could turn the channel. Anyhow. Again, ooh, fierce back here. It's like, yeah, it's just like nasty, and I don't like the ads because of the man meat or something. It's giggles back here. It's a guy just seems like an abrasive asshole. You know the things I mean, and he does all these ads for soap and sunglasses and shit, and he's just a guy I would punch in the face on principle. You shouldn't hit people, but I would knock this motherfucker out just on principle. I don't like him. There goes my channel. But, he's just one of those guys you want to hit for some reason, and that's perfectly okay to talk about. You can have that feeling, just don't actually hit people. Anyhow, we go on Steve, and there's this free, I forget the Japanese term, but it's a girl and she dances to music, right? Okay, there's a 99-cent title that I didn't get on the winter sale, and it was like down to like, I think 49 cents, and people were complaining because apparently the company that runs it is less than legit. It's a ridiculous number of girls at one time, like 40 or 50, and then it was down to one, and they had like 12 stages, and then it was down to one, and I don't know. And people said, it ran great, and then it started to run like garbage, and they just got tired of it. So what did they do? Instead of fixing that game, they brought out a free game. And you get one dancer, two stages, one song. And it's okay, it's okay. It's a grown-ass woman dancing in a skimpy outfit and shaking her stuff in your face. And you can be further away or closer or whatever. And there's a star game to unlock, like a rhythm game to unlock, shut up, Loki, to unlock more music or more dancers. I did it perfectly and I only got a B plus, so I didn't get anything. But we enjoy that. And Loki's like, yeah, girlies, bibbies, bibbies for everybody. He was happy. We were watching her, and the first thing I said within 2 seconds was like, damn, because she starts with her back to you, and she's shaking her little butt at you, and she's really aggressively shaking that butt, and we're like, okay. You know how, like, if you go to certain countries, it's a lot more aggressive in the dance forms, because I actually do love dance, even though I dance like a cow in a field. It's one of those really aggressive rump shaking dances, and therefore she's going to do those more aggressive body movements, so I've seen it before. And then she turns around, she's really shaking her damn boobies at you. But it's also about like her leg in arm movements, not as much, but And it's just it's something else. And it was actually fun to play, not just for the girl dancing, because you've got the star game and you're playing that, and they're playing music in the background that's obviously copyrighted, and I didn't know the title, and then I found out it was me, me, me. And then I found the video, and I'm like, oh, okay, because she really did say with her big tits on the ground. Okay. So, anyways, it's fun to be gay right now, and 1 million moms picks random ass stuff to fight about. I'm like, what about all this other stuff over here that you're not upset about? Are you not upset about hearing about this guy's man meat because you want to see it? Are you having fantasies about his wrinkly balls? What's going on, 1 million moms? I'm hearing howls of laughter. Somebody's losing it back here. But I can see the 1 million mom cadets jump on these games every time they come out, and it's like, you're kind of pathetic. You sound like you're 7 or 8 because, there's nothing wrong with adults watching adult content. And that's a thing I had seen yesterday too about I didn't even read it, but the Pope's telling them something about priests to not let go of their vows of celibacy. And I'm like, that's a fucking wrong thing to say right now, context. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch women dance. So we actually went to 2 clubs. We had picked up these once they lifted the ban on Steam. You can now get stuff that's a couple years old for like 49.79 cents, and it's bad. It's bad animation stuff like that. But we go in and we watch it and we laugh. We do have the really good club, which we should buy the DLC for sometime, but I'm cheap and I'm waiting for it to go on sale. But, we had fun. And, part of the thing with Loki is he's happy I like these games. He's happy I appreciate them. And if I want to go look at pretty women, he's going to come with me and be like, oh, I like her. She's pretty, huh? If you've been with the channel for a while, sometimes we can get in a grumble over the club because I'll get like my territory and Loki will get like mine. So Odin had to come in and be the peacemaker. Now it's everybody's territory because there are 12 damn women in that club. There are more than enough to go. But sometimes Loki's your competitor too, and he will treat you. Sometimes he treats you like his competition, and sometimes it's like he doesn't see your gender, and I'm gender fluid, or it's like he'll treat you like a dude, and he won't play gentle. He'll be very rough in his competition. He doesn't treat you like a delicate little blossom, but that's why I appreciate him. And he's just been, pointing out, it's a great time to be gay because they're making all these games for gentlemen, and they usually lack the critical parts. And as a woman, I just laugh and laugh and laugh. Women don't need those critical parts, do they? So it's like, yeah. And I was in the one club we got, and I was actually going to show you guys because the girls are decent. They have all their clothes on. But the music's so damn loud you wouldn't hear my audio. And the thing is, it took me a while to figure out that in the future, all the men are dead and everybody's a lesbian. It was like the best damn thing I've ever saw. There are these 4 chicks outside of this club, and you go in, there's 17 women in this club. And they can't all be club dancers, and that's when I realized only lesbians will survive the apocalypse. And I'm like, yeah. And, they're the dancers on the stage, and you're watching them, and then there's all these robot dancers in there, and they're dancing in this club, and there are these hologram dancing women, and it all says girls. And it took my mind a couple minutes to download. There are women in this club, and there are women outside of this club waiting to go in. Now, it's true there are straight women that go to clubs, but um, this was all women. It took a minute for my brain to process. Oh, only lesbians are surviving the apocalypse. I see. And they're all dancing and they shake their little booties and it's cute. So yeah, it's a good time to be gay. And it really, I don't talk about because it really doesn't affect the way I serve Loki. I mean, obviously a straight woman's probably not going to take him to too many clubs. Unless you do, and that's your business. But it's like it's different for a gay person in that you're not going to feel the same kind of appreciation when a woman dances that a gay woman will. Let's put it that way. And, he's like, you don't have to be ashamed about that. He's accepting of that. Loki has been a woman. And Loki would be the gayest woman in the universe, or is. I'm sorry, dear. And get me back here. And it's okay. and Loki will help you work with your sexuality. And the reason he's having me bring it up, I think, is every so often you see people try to straightwash Loki, and it's because they really want the D, and it's like, you can want the D all you want, but, he has a laughter record, but it's true. It's like, you know masturbation exists in this planet, right? You don't have to, you can have fantasies if you're not getting what you want, or you can do sex magic in the daytime and offer masturbation because it's channel. And it's like he's losing it. I think he's on the floor. But it's true. Sex is nothing to be afraid of, especially with our gods. And we just have fun, and he's I think he's gonna pass out or pee himself. But we have fun, and it's like, what the deal you want, but it doesn't make them straight. Damn, and that's not, it's not a bad thing. I don't have a problem with straight people's sexuality or asexual or trans. Well, transsexual is a different thing, but you know what I mean. Whatever you are, I don't have a problem with it. It's when you try to rewrite the story of all the gods that I have a problem with it. And if you work with Loki for 5 minutes, you realize he really doesn't care what your gender is. He's like, yeah. He's a god we have stories about that was with everything. He got it on with rocks and trees and shit. Yeah! Like, how did you even do that? I mean, a woman, I could see it would be far easier, and I just got really demure too. So I'm getting this mental image of him in the Marilyn Monroe white dress and having the upskirt moment, and with the van, and oh god. So he's in a good mood, and we partied with pretty girls. And Loki is in all seriousness, he's the god you can go to for support about, you're gay, and gay people are not always welcome in the pagan community, and they're not always welcome in the Wiccan community. In fact, a lot of, as I said in the old video that somebody commented on, a lot of Wicca can alienate some gay people. It depends. I grew up being taught to be straight. I mean, it was absolutely unacceptable being Roman Catholic to be gay. I mean, so, it's like that kind of colored how I looked at Wicca. I was like, okay, this is the way things are supposed to be. And of course, it's not. You're either gay or you're straight or you're nothing at all or whatever. And it's a thing of people have to find their own path and what works for them. And I just would not want, as a gay person, I would not want other gay people to feel alienated because, it is a very heteronormative world. Gay people are trotted out for Gay Pride Month, and whenever certain straight people, not all of you, when certain straight people are feeling guilty because we're only the gay friend, the sassy gay friend that gives great gay advice and talks like this, and oh my god, he sounds like a valley girl. And you okay? And it's like that. So sometimes you need to work with someone. He will work with you. I've found every god will work with you if you're gay. And they don't have, the closest way I can describe it in my personal experience, they don't have sexuality in the way we do. They definitely love sex, but it's like they don't have all these charms. They don't have all these hang-ups. Those are human-made taboos because religion fucked up everything. He's losing it back here. I swear I don't drink. So, anyhow, we just figured we'd talk to you guys. That probably wasn't even very remotely useful, but it feels like this Loki energy is flowing through me. He got his stuff worked up on, and he got to see a girl do a hoochie dance this morning, so he's in a fairly good mood, needless to say. So I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.